Well, hey everybody. As soon as we start the stream, apparently everything decides to go to hell. Stand by. Live TV, folks. Live TV. What is going on, everybody? I hope you all are having a fantastic weekend, as always. Hope you are holding up after the the bloody weekend that we saw. That was, oh my goodness. What is going on? Everything was working just fine until it wasn't. Wow. Anyway, that's not right. We saw some craziness with Elon over the weekend. You noticed that we did took a day off yesterday. I, for one, absolutely needed a break from the market after what we saw with the craziness with Elon. So I decided we could all just take a break and kind of forget about crypto for a day, right? What the? There we go. Alright, my goodness. Live television, holy crap. Alright, let me get the chat up here. COOK in the house. My silent partner, the master of the chat. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, we're almost up to 50 followers here on the old Tweeter. Obviously, we are lagging behind severely on the old YouTube, so if you're new to the channel, make sure you hop on over there. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, do all of that. COOK is under a house, but he is in it with us today. He is a hell of a guy. We had the launch of our crypto doggies last night. Of course, it pretty much fell flat on its face considering everything we had going on in the markets. Of course, nobody wants to buy NFTs when the markets are completely melting down. So we had that going for us, which was nice. We will, if you don't know what happened over the weekend, I've actually got a great little article that was written by CoinDesk that we'll go through, and yeah, it broke it down really nicely. Also got officially rugged over the weekend. I bought a really stupid coin called Win Lambo. Yep, the second I put my money in, that liquidity, the LP was yanked immediately. Earned my crypto wings over the weekend, I'll tell you what. Just immediate rug pull. So that was, that stung a little bit. That wasn't fun, but that is crypto. I knew the risk I was taking. I knew it was wrong. I did it anyway. Look at us. We're criminals. All right, let's move along here. Otherwise, I'm just going to be here rambling all day, and we've got a lot to get through. Overall market cap sitting at $2 trillion, guys. We are just barely hanging on the $2 trillion mark. Barely hanging on. 24-hour volume, 250 billion. Looking good. Bitcoin dominance down to 40%. ETH dominance down to 19%. Look at the Gwei, down to 95%. COOK says someone won a Lambo? No. Well, somebody did. One guy definitely won a Lambo. When last I checked on the LP, it was over 600 million. So that took the sting off a little bit, watching my little bit of cash up and disappear and watching millions of dollars flow into this stupid coin as it just gets locked up, and there's nothing you can do about it. It was rough. Fucking crypto. What are you gonna do? Bitcoin sitting at $44,553, down 0.1%. Ethereum sitting at $3,401, up 0.3% right now, finally going green on the day. Interestingly enough, it went green right as the stock market closed. Binance Coin sitting at $522, down 3.5%. Cardano sitting at $2.08, up 80.8% on the day. Dogecoin coming in just under 50 cents, sitting at up 0.1%. XRP's up almost 10% on the day. That's pretty incredible. Polkadot down 1.7%. The Internet of Computers is up 3.3%. And rounding out your top 10, Bcash down 1.3% on the day. Let's see what the smooth brains are doing. Find out what the social sentiment is. If I had to guess, I'll bet Elon's still at the top. Anybody notice Tesla stock today? How fantastic was that to watch? I did not get my short position in. I woke up a little late. It was already crashing by the time I woke up. Look at that. Elon still at the top of our smooth brain list. Great. Bitcoin coming in at 2 and 3. Tesla coming in at number 4. Musk at number 5. Buy the dip, I have to assume, is what number 6 is. Market, bottom, buy, and tweets. That's what we got trending here. As far as the smooth brains go, we got Link, ETH, BTC, and Maker all sitting at the top of the recently viewed assets. Move on to DeFi Station here. Oh, somebody didn't mute their phone going into the show. I should fire that guy. That guy is fired. DeFi Station showing us the TVL on the Binance Smart Chain. You can see we're coming down pretty dramatically right now. Overall TVL sitting at 40.2 billion. We come down here, you can see we got Pancake Swap sitting at the number 1 on TVL, Venus right behind it with Pancake Bunny in number 3. This will load up for us. We'll take a look at what Pancake's TVL is, see if we can see anything in its chart. Still getting the divergence between price and TVL. That's a very bullish sign. So the yellow lines are total value locked. The green line is the actual price action of the Cake token. And you can see our TVL is holding flat right here around that $10 billion mark, whereas the price action continues to fall. So when we see a divergence like that, you would certainly expect the price action to catch up with the total value lock, much like we saw right here. This is going to be probably the best example we'll have on this entire chart of a TVL divergence. So we'll see where that ends up. Personally, I've been eyeballing the Cake token. I've just been adding to my Cake holdings past 48 hours. I haven't sold anything. I have shuffled a few things around, actually. I take that back. I did shuffle some funds around. I did just to free up some capital to buy the insane dip that we've seen over the weekend. Jump on over here, take a quick look at the 5-minute chart on Bitcoin, see what we're doing here before we get into the charts. Let's see, you can see, just at a real quick glance here on the 5-minute of Bitcoin, we have put in a floor. It does appear that we have put in a reversal pattern. We have got a double bottom. So I would hope, as long as Elon doesn't open his fucking mouth again, that we will continue to move upwards, would be the goal, that we'll just have a giant double bottom reversal pattern here, and hopefully we can make up the 30% loss that we've seen over the past 48 hours. Let's get into our headlines, find out what is driving the prices today. In news that nobody's talking about, Bank of America to settle stock trades on the Paxos network. Bank of America will leverage Paxos network blockchain infrastructure to settle stock trades in minutes. This is huge, guys. This is Wall Street going to T+0, which, if you guys will remember, after the whole GameStop situation, the excuse that was given to us as to why all of that happened is because the stock market is on a T+2 settlement time. Meaning that if you were to go short Tesla stock right now, which that is definitely financial advice, if you were to go short Tesla stock right now, it would actually take 2 days for that trade to settle. Well, now they're moving over to the blockchain. They're looking at moving to T+0. Bank of America is set to join the Paxos network to settle stock trades. The move will enable transaction settlements in minutes rather than days, says Paxos. Bank of America is the latest of several major banks to adopt blockchain technology to improve its operations. So, yep, this is huge. This is huge. I might need to go pick up some, P Gold or Paxos Gold, whatever it's called. Pretty sure it's on Coinbase. Not financial advice, of course. I'm just a graphics guy. Next up, Bitcoin's largest mining pools are now pushing for Taproot upgrade. I bet they are. After all the environmental crap we've seen. Jesus. Support for Taproot's Bitcoin much-awaited upgrade has reached 64% of all top 10 largest mining pools began signaling their support. More mining pools signaling for Taproot. The current signaling ratio is still below the required 90% threshold. So we still got a ways to go, but miners are signaling for it. COOK moderating the chat. You are the man, buddy. Thank you so much. Couldn't do it without you, my friend. Galaxy Digital claims banks use more than double the energy of Bitcoin. Digital asset firm Galaxy Digital has published a report claiming that Bitcoin is more than twice as green as the international banking system. Thank you, Mike Novogratz. After over 48 hours of just FUD nukes going off left and right, we finally get one of our people coming out to put out a report that, throws some truth out there. Galaxy Digital has released a report comparing the energy consumption of Bitcoin to traditional finance. Though the results favor Bitcoin, some of the data points are far from conclusive, this report says. I'm not going to read all this. We know what it says. It's the counter-argument to what we've seen for the past couple months, right? The whole environmental nonsense, which we know that argument is total bullshit to begin with. It's just good to see that we've got some leaders in our industry standing up to the nonsense that we're hearing. Here you go, C-Dub. I threw this headline in here for you. You're going to love this. Coinbase adds Chrome extension for wallet app to improve DeFi access. Coinbase has made their own MetaMask, pretty much. The Chrome integration promises to make the baffling world of DeFi easier for mainstream crypto users. God, they need a better designer. That looks like dog shit. The new Chrome extension aims to make it easier to navigate DeFi. Those who employ the browser will be asked to verify transactions on their phone as a security measure. Decentralized finance is one of the hottest stories in crypto right now as the industry pros get rich trading tokens on exotic exchanges. But a user experience that can feel intimidating or outright baffling means DeFi remains out of reach for many mainstream crypto fans. That's one of the reasons Coinbase is taking steps to make its wallet app one of several tools that can be used to navigate DeFi, easier to use with a Chrome browser plugin. Coinbase Wallet, which the company describes as a decentralized sibling to its familiar exchange app, has been around since 2018 but has required users to access dApps, such as Uniswap, from within the wallet itself. In 2019, the company added the feature that lets users access desktop sites by scanning QR codes, a process Coinbase itself acknowledged to be tedious. Yeah, no shit. The new extension allows for instant access to dApps on the desktop after linking your wallet account to the extension once you are free to browse all dApps with one click. This includes accessing thousands of cryptocurrencies trading on decentralized exchanges, earning interest and collecting NFTs. So, yep, Coinbase is launching their own MetaMask. CWOK says, wonder what their fees are going to be. Dude, I would almost guarantee you that they are going to be charging a $3 fee on every trade through their browser. I would guarantee it. That is a great point. I'm glad you brought that up, buddy. It doesn't say anywhere in this article that they're going to be charging fees for it, but yeah, we know Coinbase better than that. We know that they're going to have fees built in for sure. Or they're just going to be scalping the spread, right? They're going to be pulling a Robin Hood on us where they're going to front run all of our trades and scalp the spread on us. That's probably more than likely what they're going to end up doing with it. Rat bastards. Moving on. Ethereum poster child MakerDAO's annual revenue breaks above $200 million. The revenue of Ethereum-based centralized finance platform MakerDAO surged by nearly 1,000% since the beginning of 2021. That's the power of DeFi right there, guys. That is what you can do with it. Pretty incredible. Congratulations, MakerDAO, and your Ethereum platform that I'll never be able to use. Still, congratulations. Very good. Very, very good. Wow. Up and to the right. Up only, folks. Up only. It's not going to be what a wallet should be, is what CWOK thinks. I would tend to agree with you. I certainly fall into the category of we'll believe it when we see it, right? Coinbase, you got a lot to prove to pull me off my MetaMask. Oh God, ads are getting us. Go away. Next up, Tether is launching the Avalanche. Excuse me. Wow. Tether is launching on the Avalanche blockchain. Congratulations to Avalanche. Tether is coming to it. So, pretty sure USDC was already on the Avalanche blockchain. I could be wrong. But yeah, more stablecoins coming to Avalanche. That's good for that ecosystem. I've never used Avalanche personally. It's been on my list to check out for quite some time. I mean, I've not heard any bad things about it. I hear it's great. I've never used it. Never used it. And it's tough to get me off the Binance Smart Chain, right? I mean, they've welcomed me with open arms. Why would I go anywhere else? All right, let's get into this one. This is a big one, but this is a good article. It kind of sums up what we've been through for the past 48 hours. Musk learns the hard way. Crypto does not need a savior. Crypto doesn't like or want kings. Elon Musk is finding out the hard way, says this headline from CoinDesk. Well said, folks. Well said. Elon Musk has big plans for Dogecoin, everybody. Sure. These are some of his tweets that came out over the weekend. They go on to say, unfortunately, this is an absurd statement on quite a few levels. It's also Elon at his most Elon, asserting his expertise in crypto just as eagerly as he claimed he would bring the world-changing innovation to rescue submarines and respirators and public transit, of all which ended in some degree of disappointment. Wow. Scathing. Musk isn't alone in this unfortunate habit. Successful tech entrepreneurs, or even just lucky investors, seem particularly vulnerable to what's known as the, quote, Peter Principle. The principle was first laid out in 1969 as a corporate management problem, based on the observation that successful workers were often promoted beyond the level of their own abilities. The concept has over time taken on the broader meaning that successful people will expand into newer arenas until they hit limits of their own ability and fail, sometimes spectacularly. Silicon Valley leaders, in particular, seem frequently eager to reach beyond what they know and prove that their unique insights apply more broadly. Like Musk, they're frequently wrong. Musk, of course, can be forgiven for dabbling, maybe even more than most tech leaders. He is a legitimate business genius, and personally I believe that his creation of Tesla and SpaceX will have benefits to humanity so big that we won't fully grasp them for generations. His real history-making success helped explain why Musk's particular brand of overreach has so often helped his reputation, as when multiple companies were founded to pursue his dubiously practical Hyperloop concept. But this time, he may have tried to technologically revolutionize the wrong hornet's nest. His Doge scaling tweet seems to have been the breaking point for the crypto long-timers already exhausted by his confusing, contradictory glibness, and they responded in fusillade of withering scorn. It didn't help shortly after the tweet, Musk also made a typically bull in China shop intimation that Tesla might sell its Bitcoin. That turned out not to be true, which could wind up being of interest to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Yeah, I would think so. I woke up this morning really hoping that our headline news was going to be SEC comes knocking on Elon's door going, what the fuck, man? It's also notable that Musk was replying to the account that has itself been widely accused of scamming. Yeah, that's right, he was responding to what was the dude's name? Crypto Whale or whatever? The guy had been blocked by every crypto Twitter account on the planet because the guy had rug pulled so many times and been caught doing it so many times. So Elon was responding to a fucking scammer, but that in itself was pretty alarming. The absurdity helped trigger a big crypto market sell-off, with Bitcoin dropping a bit over 7% in the following 24 hours. Doge dropped much less, which makes perfect sense when you think about it. Most of the people who followed Musk into Doge didn't know any better and still don't. The drop extended a longer losing streak for Bitcoin, but that also seems like it might be a healthy turning point in crypto's attitude towards a man who knows less than he thinks he does. Couldn't agree more. You'll have to look elsewhere for a nuanced technical rebuttal of Musk's Doge upgrade proposal, but the reaction from blockchain experts like Cornell University's Eamon Gunn-Sear was overwhelmingly unified. It's bullshit. Here's this guy. Elon, block times and block sizes cannot be scaled like that. And as long as Doge is based on proof of work, it would be an environmental disaster. New protocols are necessary to scale. The biggest scientific breakthrough since Bitcoin white paper is the Avalanche protocol. Interesting. That's interesting. Peter McCormick of What Bitcoin Did podcast, while admitting he's not a technical guru, delivered a more detailed takedown on Musk's musings. Boy, he went on a long rant too. Love Peter McCormick. He is a maxi, but I love the guy. And it isn't merely an academic debate about which reasonable people can differ. Elon seems unaware that big blocks have already been thoroughly vetted by the marketplace in Bitcoin block size wars of 2017 with clear results. Bitcoin Cash and later Bitcoin SV both pursued a bigger block size version for Bitcoin starting in 2017. And while Bitcoin Cash has stuck around, it's worth about 2% of Bitcoin's value. Yeah, the market spoke for sure. Elon responded to all this blowback by reminding onlookers that, as one of the creators of PayPal, he might have some insight. Because PayPal's just like Bitcoin, Elon. Jesus. There's Elon's tweet. This is pretty thin gruel on technical grounds, given how fundamentally different blockchain currencies are from mere digital banking rails. It also seems to highlight a big political blind spot for Musk because PayPal is precisely the kind of centralized and censorious payment provider crypto is dedicating to upend. In other words, Musk defended himself by doubling down on the Peter principle. Yeah. To the genuine credit of the crypto community, all of this has been met with withering scorn towards Musk, occasionally the richest man in the world. If he had any designs on taking a leadership position in the crypto community, he has likely destroyed them. Yep. He sure has. Yeah, this was pretty much a tweet that I put out too. That pretty much reflects what my thoughts were as well. Some, admittedly, are more happy to let him remain the dog father or the Doge father. Wow. These people. This response is admirable simply because it shows no willingness to sacrifice the truth to coddle a misinformed, influential billionaire. More broadly, negging Musk seems positive for industry simply because he lacks the right character to positively contribute. His embrace of the arrogance extends to recently taking the title of Techno King of Tesla. That's of course a bit of a joke, but there's always truth in a joke, and crypto has no appetite for kings. So this is a very long article that is basically just a recap of what we saw over the weekend, and definitely a takedown of Elon Musk as well. I think the fact of the matter is the crypto community is just done. You can literally take your shit and get out, Elon. We are done with you. Nobody is listening to your tweets anymore. You can barely even move the market at this point. You see, this was the move that we saw after Elon tweeted last night. No, never mind. We're not actually selling. I was just kidding. Yeah. Dude, you've burnt all your clout. It's over, friend. It is over. Nobody's ever going to take you seriously again. Alright. That's enough of my ranting. Let's get into the sticks here. I gotta wrap it up here pretty quickly. My son's actually got a graduation thing tonight, so I'll wrap this up and call it a day. Let's see. Since now, man, every time we get into the charts, the computer just starts struggling. Let's see if I can't get us some extra power. Probably not. This thing's such a piece of junk. I need a new computer. I need an upgrade. Which reminds me, if you guys like today's show, we always accept tips, right? Always accept tips. We need a new computer. Alright, here's the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin. As you can see, it is not pretty. We have broken down through all technical support, and we are currently in freefall mode. Yes, he sure is. Yep, he is going to high school now. That is happening. Crazy, crazy stuff, right? You and me both, C-Dub. We are old. That's what it really comes down to. We are old, buddy. You can see, though, we did catch a nice little bounce here off of this previous high that we put in way back here. So that's encouraging. We've got that going for us. We'll see if we can recover. Otherwise, back here when we first had our big crash, we called the top. This was it. The show that we did the night that we had this crash, I came live on air and I said, that's the top. We're going into the bear market. And so far, it's played out. We put in a series of lower highs and lower lows. We are in the bear market. Nobody wants to admit it. Nobody wants to acknowledge it. But until we go and we put in a new higher high and a series of higher lows, we are in a bear market. So, yeah, there's that. Let's take a look at ETH. Again, we are on the 4-hour charts here. You can see ETH also fell through all technical support levels and is currently in free fall mode. ETH, honestly guys, ETH could come all the way down to 2,600 really easy. There's just nothing to keep it propped up where it's at right now. So definitely be careful if you're looking to buy into ETH. Now that said, we did have a little bit of an accumulation zone back here, so maybe that's enough to keep us supported. I don't know. We will find out. Next up, Binance Coin. Binance, from a technical point of view, is actually looking pretty damn good. You can see, yeah, we broke down. We had our FUD nuke go off and drag our price all the way down below 500 here. But where we bounced is the nice thing about Binance is when we ran up, it was a nice stair-step pattern up. So we've got multiple levels of support here that we can still count on, right? And we got a good bounce off of one here. So, you know, it's certainly going to depend on what the rest of the market does, but I would be looking to see a relief bounce on Binance. Hopefully we can get back up here to our LP positions. That would be great. That would be great. But again, we'll just have to wait and see, guys. Everything's so up in the air right now, and there's so much fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the air that, yeah, I think at this point what might just have to happen is we might just have to probably chop sideways for the next few weeks to finish out the month, maybe even continue to melt down a little more, just to kind of shake out some of the fear that we've got. I think that's probably what we're going to have to see. Cake, one of my favorites. You can see, same thing. It's mirroring pretty much the same technicals as Binance. You see we came down to a very important support level here. We got a good bounce, and now we are continuing to work our way back up. So we've definitely got the momentum. It's not that there's no buyers out there, right? We just keep getting hit repeatedly, over and over and over again with these FUD nukes that just keep driving our markets down. Every time our markets try to correct and keep moving, they get knocked right back down again, which, you know, could certainly lead us into some tinfoil hat theories. I know I've certainly got a few of them. Here's Doge. You can see Doge holding up quite nicely from a technical point of view. We're holding our resistance here. We actually caught a great bounce. Look at that. Textbook bounce right there at our previous all-time highs. So Doge is holding up spectacular. No surprise there. Last up on my list, I've got SparkPoint. You can see still, sorry, this is XRP, my bad. This is XRP. XRP is still in the wedge that we've been in now for months, it feels like. So definitely be looking for a breakout if you hold XRP or XLM. Your patterns are going to be pretty similar on both charts. I would be looking for a breakout above the $1.60 mark, $1.65. SparkPoint, this guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. SparkPoint's going to fucking zero is what it seems like. SparkPoint is probably going to zero, and I've lost my entire investment. So there's that. Well, we will see. We will see. It is certainly ugly. I'm not giving up on them just yet. They're making progress every day. I'm getting updates from the team and what they're doing. So they're making progress, and we did bounce off our previous low here. So maybe this will be the turning point for SparkPoint. Bake was also bucking the trend all weekend long. It didn't pull back nearly as hard as the rest of the markets did. It also did go in to put new all-time highs against Bitcoin. You don't see it on our USD chart here, but against Bitcoin, it did put in all-time highs over the weekend, right before Elon started tweeting. And you can see, pretty much unaffected. We came down into our moving average ribbon, but other than that, Bake is back on the move. And CWOK, just to throw some salt in your wound, remember way back here, and I was like, hey, Bake's a great buying opportunity. This is it. Just throw some salt in your wound, buddy. I'm sorry. And Cardano. You know what? We're not even going to look at Cardano. All right, we'll look at Cardano. There are probably some people that watch the show that might like for Cardano for reasons I can't explain. But Cardano is holding up quite nicely. During the sell-off, it's holding above the $2 mark, which, if you're a Cardano holder, that's exactly what you want to see. Alright guys, that is all I got. That is all my charts. Unless there's anything you guys want to look at, we'll call it a day. Remember, as always, if you enjoyed today's show, if you liked the content and you enjoy hanging out with me, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe, ping the notifications so that you know when we're going live. I go live every day around 4 o'clock is what I try to do. Unless, of course, we get a day like yesterday where we all just needed a break. So, yep. And then, of course, make sure you hop on over to Twitter. Give me a follow there. Chat is looking pretty blank. So, yep, we'll call it there. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and we'll do it all again tomorrow. See ya.